But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Candy Shop. It has been a long time since I've gone live, and I am happy to be back. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I've lost some subs from being absent, but make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and come in and say hey to me. Damn, my email is, I need to close my email. But first off, let me say hey to Miss Chi-Town. She says, come one, come all. Our girl is back. The Candy Shop. Yes, that's me. Please hit the like button, that notification bell, and make sure that you are still subscribed. Enjoy and share this live. And hey, Red Label Confessions and Reactions. How are you doing? Yes, I am back. I wanted to come on here and talk about the Chrisean Rock, Tamar, and James Wright situation. Hey, Lamar, the real estate insider. How are you doing? Yes, I am back. I'm ready to get this popping. So I'll just jump right into it. So originally when I planned to do this live, I was going to break down the whole situation with Chrisean Rock and Tamar. But another video has surfaced of Tamar's manager actually telling exactly what happened, because if y'all look at if y'all look at everything that has transpired, basically no one has said what actually happened. Everybody talked around the actual situation, but this manager has come out today and actually said what happened. And so it kind of changes my opinion on how I feel about it. And hey, Toria, good to see you. So initially, I'm gonna just start off and give you all a disclaimer. I am somewhat of a Chrisean Rock fan. When this situation initially hit the internet from LaTroy, which was Tamar's friend, I was very disappointed in her. When I started to hear the facts of it, I didn't know what to believe, because James Wright Chanel went live, never showed his face, but he was saying he was praying. Chrisean went live. Everybody talked around the situation. The only person that actually talked about it was LaTroy. But then LaTroy, it was almost like you couldn't trust what he was saying, because if y'all go back to the history, I don't know, the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, one of those pages has his tweets from a year ago, and he was talking about Chrisean. So already he didn't like her. And hey, Nikki, good to see you. Hey, Pamela. So I was already, and hey, Chi-Town, I was already kind of on the fence, because, with me being a Chrisean somewhat fan, I want to see the young girl win. I know she has problems. I wanted to see her do better with the whole Blueface situation. It was just exciting to see her grow. But I'm sorry, this situation right here, I just don't know what to think anymore. And hey, Karan, good to see you. Yes, long time. Something. Yes. So, and I'm gonna play the manager story. I'm gonna play it just in a second. So, Nikki, I 100% agree with you. The story coming from Tamar's people was odd, and the fact that Tamar wasn't speaking, that was odd as well. But then Tamar came out. She actually said that James was assaulted by Chrisean, and that she wanted to pray for everybody, and she wished Chrisean would have hit her. First of all, Tamar, no. Chrisean didn't need to be hitting anybody, especially with the rings that she wears. And I guess the part for me, because I know Chrisean was on Baddies East and she fights and all that, I don't watch the show. So the fact, though, that she has this reputation of fighting people, her reputation precedes her, basically. So it was a given. And I just felt like it was a situation kind of looking at as it being a setup. But now that I've seen the video from Tamar's manager, it adds some clarity to the situation. So we're going to go ahead and watch that. I want to get your opinion on it. It's not that long, but it gives clarity to what actually happened, and everything makes sense. And whatever happens to Chrisean, in the end, that's her own fault. She's still responsible for all of the actions that she does. As much as I love her to death, she does need to learn how to go into a situation. If she wants to be a star and she's performing, she needs to know how to act accordingly and have some decorum about herself. And not to sound like an old lady or whatever, but I'm bringing back the word decorum. Toria said Tamar was crying since it happened. She needs to talk to the lawyers first before she could say anything, Candy. Yes. So I'm going to play this video. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me add this to here, and we'll take a look at it. I'm going to take your comment down, Toria. And let me go ahead and press play.
James, David, Mooney, Tamar in that room. I want to address the assault. It breaks my heart that we even have to go this route and even have to go back and forth on social media. For those that don't know, I am the tour manager for Tamar Braxton, the Love and War tour. Tamar was trying to figure out why didn't Chrisean go out during the twerk session? And she's looking at me and I'm like, I don't know, like Chrisean, I don't know why she didn't go out. So Chrisean breaks down and starts crying. And I felt bad, and the Holy Ghost in me, because I get everywhere with me, I began to give her a hug and everything like that, because I like Chrisean. I like her. And, you know, and I was like, I don't want to see nobody with their feelings hurt, or I don't want nobody feeling some sort of way, because there was a big line of miscommunication that took place. So I began to try to comfort her and hug her and be like, no, don't cry, because it's not that, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was trying to, I don't want you to feel no sort of way. And this was just in the dressing room. And this was me, Chrisean, and Tamar. She felt embarrassed and she felt like, you know, this is just like, shouldn't happen to her, because, you know, she was just prepared to go out during the twerk session, and that time had come and she didn't go out. So Tamar is still asking, like, what happened? What happened? Why didn't she go out? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what happened too. So David and Mooney come in. They both do makeup. And we're all at this point talking about what happened. Tamar is saying, Mooney, what happened? Mooney was saying that Chrisean was not on the side of the stage when it was time for the twerk part. Mooney is a choreographer and he also does makeup. Mooney was saying Chrisean was not on the side of the stage. So like, well, what happened? What happened? Well, who was there? Who can, like, what? Everybody's screaming, what happened? What happened?
I'm gonna pause this for a second. So you hear them saying Chrisean was not on the side of the stage. So there's a couple of things, and I'm gonna play it again in a second. Well, the other part, but so Chrisean was under the impression that she was performing. When LaTroy brought the story out, he was saying she was never invited to perform. He didn't invite her there, but come to find out, there were text messages between him and her team, basically confirming that she was going to be at the show. So already it is kind of like misinformation, because Chrisean is under the impression that she's going to perform. And then, yes, struggling apartment, I have a red cup. So then when it gets to the show, apparently Chrisean was supposed to go out during a twerking session. And from the looks of Tamar's team, they didn't even know that she was a performer, like a rapper or a singer or whatever. And so I guess they thought she was just representing Baddies East. She's from Baltimore and she was going to go out there and twerk. That part I do find hard to believe, but we'll continue. I'll continue my point in a second. Let me go ahead and play.
Happened at this point, Chrisean is like, yes, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to calm everybody down. Just let's do this a peaceful conversation, because Chrisean is upset. She's very upset. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, let's calm down. Like, everybody, let's talk this thing out or whatever. And then a few more talking. And then James comes in the room. So at this point, it's me, Chrisean, David, Mooney, Tamar, James. James comes in the room and notices that Chrisean is upset. By the mirror, Chrisean is on the right-hand side. James is right next to her. He was consoling her. And I was literally right next to James. And Tamar asking James, well, what happened? Why didn't Chrisean go out there during the twerk session? And James said, we was looking for her on the side of the stage, and she was not on the side of the stage. And Chrisean got very upset, and she was like, I was on the side of the stage. I was there. Where else would I go, man? You lying? Like, that's cap. I was on the side of the stage. Like, I was there on the side of the stage. And James said, no, you wasn't. We caught for you there. Chrisean said, say I wasn't there one more time. Say I wasn't there on the side of the stage one more time. James was like, I'm telling you, we was calling you and you bop, 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 bop. I'm like, oh shit. Literally, happened just like that. And here I am, like, this girl just hit this boy a couple of times with them big ass rings on her finger. And I'm just like, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. This is not James.
Okay. So that was the whole video right there. So with me watching that, it sounds very believable, very plausible. I do, based off of how they described this situation, how he described it, that sounds like something that she would do. Prior to seeing that live of him talking, I was skeptical of what actually happened with Chrisean because James Wright never showed his face. It was a lot of miscommunication. Chrisean didn't necessarily admit it, but then I think Toria said something. She came on live and threatened Tamar's team. I saw your comment, Toria, where did it go? Is this the one? Oh, that's about Tamar. But basically, Chrisean went live and she was talking about the incident with DJ Sky. DJ Sky was saying that she had gone up to Tamar's DJ to have the music put on. So how are they denying the fact that they didn't know that Chrisean was supposed to perform? Then there's the video of Chrisean basically hanging out on stage. She's heckling. Well, I won't say heckling, but she's bothering one of Tamar's backup singers and all of that. So it's a lot of things that led up to the incident. And I totally believe what this guy is saying. It makes it very believable. And yes, please share this live. So, and Tamar's Chrisean's actions. So Chrisean deletes all of her social media. She just disappears, which is very unlike her because this young woman spends time on social media every day. I put up other videos of her going back and forth with Blueface like a month ago. So it's like all of a sudden she deletes her social media. She changes her number. She's talking about she's changing her address. And shout out to the Real Estate Insider. He did a video on her house. So make sure you guys check that out. But she's changing her address. She's doing all of these things. And she's moving very differently. She's moving as if she's guilty of what she's done. And there's no denying it. And I wish I could find your comment, Toria. My computer, I can't see it up here. Yeah, there it is. You said, Candy, did you see where Chrisean went on someone else's live and threatened Tamar and James today? Right. Well, she was saying, I saw where she was talking about she is protected by God. Didn't her house get broken into? I don't know. I don't know if her house got broken into, but I know back like a month ago, they had released her address and they were talking about how it was she was renting and all of that. So the people been had her address. I didn't know that it got broken into. And she's an ATL. Let's see, Chrisean runs every time she hides from the law or charges. Right. She is full of it and she down in ATL. That is so crazy. So going back to this video, from watching it, I definitely believe that something happened between Chrisean and James Wright Chanel. The extent of the injuries, I don't know, but in the end, she had no right to assault this man. And I understand that she's upset, and people are like, I've watched TikToks where people are saying that it was a setup and they were trying to make her drink and all this other stuff. But from what I'm hearing, especially coming from this manager and the way that the events transpired and the way that Chrisean is moving, she's guilty. She did it, and it was no right for her to assault this man. Do I want to see her go to jail because I like her? No, I don't want to see her go to jail. I don't want her child taken from her, but something needs to happen. Now, I know a lot of people are waiting on a police report. There has yet to be a police report, so I know things are still happening. But like I said, the situation is definitely weird, especially with LaTroy. LaTroy put up a statement talking about that when moving forward in the future, he won't be speaking on anything that happens like this. And when somebody gets hit in the face or something like that, he won't have nothing to say. Now he knows. So I don't get why he's being so petty. I guess he's kind of shading Tamar. But what are y'all thoughts? What do y'all think about LaTroy? All the stuff that's transpired. No, it did not. If anything, missing all her friends. Right. She was drunk before they got there. She should not have put hands on him. Right. That's the thing. And it's like, I want to take up for this lady, this young girl, but you can't just go around putting your hands on people. And that's the problem with this younger generation, these people that are in their early 20s. For some reason, it's all about fighting. This baddies east, all of this. Have people forgot that you can press charges and there could be legal implications to doing things like that. It's like they don't think about that. So, and I don't get it, especially with fighting. Now, as a kid, I fought. We fought, especially as teenagers too. But now that you're grown, you have a child. Why are you putting yourself I'm not even gonna say putting yourself in that type of situation. Why are you handling yourself like that? That just was not the atmosphere to even act like that. For one, I was surprised that Tamar even invited her. I know that both of them are from Baltimore. Tamar is more of the hood, Braxton, but it's still that particular concert just didn't make sense. And then in the live today that Chrisean did with DJ Sky, they were actually supposed to go to Chris Brown's release party. And to me, that's more her speed. So with the type of music that she does and how young she is and the type of person she is, I just don't understand why she was at Tamar's concert. But in the end, that doesn't justify her hitting James Wright Chanel. So it was just a mess. I seen all the live. She was trying to get Tamar to take shots. Tamar took one shot. Yeah, I saw that too. LaTroy has always been too much for my liking. Yeah, I don't remember LaTroy, but then again, I watched the Braxtons, but I didn't watch Tamar events like that for real. Oh, I didn't see your comment, Red Label. Yeah, wait, who beat up a girl? Who did Chrisean beat up? Now, I know it was a rumor that she beat up Jaden Alexis like a week or two ago, which I thought was just a rumor. Nobody has said anything about it. Was it Jaden Alexis that y'all are talking about, or is it somebody else that she beat up? I can't keep up with all of Chrisean's fights because every time, and this is the thing, I was following her on IG, and every time I look at her IG, it's always opposed to "We woke up." Her and Chrisean Malone Jr. We woke up, Junior. So Tony looked at Chrisean. Yes. Oh, that took the cake. The way Tony was looking at Chrisean, if my computer wasn't so messed up, because it's hard for me to navigate right now, I would pull that clip up on IG because that was hilarious. Like Tony gave Chrisean that auntie look like, "What are you doing?" She tried to look real quick. I know LaTroy from Tamar's channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I knew. Okay, so I knew Chrisean was on probation due to something that happened in Iowa or like some Midwestern state, Kansas, one of them places. There is a police report. The law is different in California. The police took 2 hours before they got to the venue. The report was made. Now they investigate, talk to witnesses. Okay. All right. So there is a police report. Yes, Tony's face was a trip. So that's all I have to say on the Chrisean Rock conversation. We can spend the last 2 minutes just freestyling and talking about whatever. But with Chrisean Rock, I do believe she did what she did. It's no coming back from that. With what Tamar's tour manager has said, everything makes sense. And I do believe him. So I'm going to take it like that. Chrisean has yet to deny that she has hit James, even though she said James didn't show his face. But yeah, so moving on from Miss Chrisean Rock, because in the court of Candace right now, she is guilty in my court. So she is guilty. As much as I like the young woman, she's guilty. So dealing with my channel. So I do want to talk about that. In the coming days, I will be reviewing some reality shows. I'm going to try to review Potomac and Married to Medicine. I know both of them are on episode 2, so I'm going to be starting with episode 2 when I do both reviews. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow for Potomac, Thursday for Married to Medicine. I need to get my channel back monetized. And I also need my watch hours up. YouTube demonetized me, I believe, back in June, and I haven't been putting out content to get it back monetized. So I'm going to start pushing out that content again. I definitely enjoy doing YouTube. I love coming on here and getting a chance to talk with everybody and just see y'all opinions on things, because the stuff that be going on in these, not the YouTube streets, but in just the celebrity world is a hot mess. And I be needing somebody to talk to about that. Because, child, I'm sorry, but I think the charger should be pressed, and whatever the consequences are. Yes. I need a freaking frat reunion. You mean Phaedra and Portia? Candace, I've seen his face. It's bad, and he went to the dentist. Where are the pictures at, Toria, of James Wright's face? Potomac and Married to Medicine. Yes. I'm not feeling Sweet Tea. Yes, I'm not feeling her either. What do you think about Bell Collective? I watched the first season. It's a good show. I would literally have to catch up on Bell Collective because I wanted to review it. So I could binge watch it and review it. I see clips here and there about it, especially on like the Shade Room, basically on IG. I know who is it? The lady from Bring It, the mother that had the twin daughters or whatever. Her ex-husband is married to somebody on that show now, and I know there was a fight between those people, I guess, last year. I think that was the last I seen of it. Hey, Young Rich, I got like 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes, and then yeah, I'm a dip. It's late. I should have came on earlier. Potomac is boring. Married to Medicine is good. Potomac is boring. I haven't watched it yet, so I need to catch up. And so y'all want me to do Bell Collective? Yes. Yeah, I'll binge watch Bell Collective. Kenneth, I know them, sweetheart. I seen it, but he did not show social media. So was his tooth, going back to Chrisean and that situation, was his tooth chipped, or did he have multiple teeth out? Like, it's so many things that was said. My family is good. Chrisean was not set up. She is wicked energy. She was talking about people keep trying to enable her by saying Blueface is the cause of the problem. She was like that before him. They both are trash. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Blueface caused her to act any kind of way. That is just the Baltimore hood chick in her. It's like I don't know. She wants to prove how bad she is. She wants to be Billy Badass. And I think Blueface just matches her energy a lot of times. Now, he does do it wrong. He does both of them girls wrong. But a lot of it is Chrisean. So I don't think she's a victim, but I think she needs to get herself together and make better decisions, because she has a lot of life ahead of her. She's a beautiful girl. She has a child now, so she needs to make better decisions. Potomac is about to get better. It's just getting started. He had a chipped tooth and gum damage. Oh, okay. And I know she wears those rings. His tooth was knocked out. He won't be able to eat them, Patty. Right. Hi, Kennedy Monroe. This man is terrible in the light of Keke Palmer. Yes, Chrisean needs to get integrity. Right. I agree, Kennedy Monroe. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I haven't been on in a minute either. She's broken. I believe it was 2 of them broken. Those rings could have really killed him. His nose would not stop bleeding. He was at the hospital a very long time. He also had a concussion. Wow. Yeah, Potomac is a little slow, but Married to Medicine is really good so far. Yeah, so I might do Married to Medicine tomorrow then, and Potomac on Thursday. So I want to get caught up. You see how she beating them girls down on Baddies. I believe she definitely did. I don't watch Baddies. I just couldn't get into it. And for one, I think Natalie Nunn is too old to be doing all the stuff that she's doing, because Natalie Nunn is basically, excuse me, around my age. And she's out here with these young people getting them to fight. Then allegedly, let me put them allegedly better. Have y'all been seeing that stuff about Natalie Nunn taking girls to Dubai? I saw something on TikTok. They take these trips to Dubai to allegedly have relations with men over there. And Natalie was talking about she goes to Dubai for her last business. That's where her distributor is, or something like that. It's just a mess. She banged him very hard twice while not watching that violence. I'm sorry, Zeus is not for me. I'm too old. Yeah, I paid for Zeus. It had to be a year or two ago to watch Jocelyn's Cabaret, but I got rid of my subscription like a year ago. So I don't watch any of that. All I see about baddies is what is put on like social media in IG. So whatever they're reporting on, because I know Tasiki is on there. I see clips on TikTok. All they do is fight, and I that's the whole reason why I stopped watching Bad Girls Club. Because when Bad Girls Club first started, it was supposed to be a show about rehabilitating bad girls, but then all of a sudden they just started fighting, and then each season the fighting got worse. It was like they would set them up to fight. Then I think the last one I saw, they put like, I don't know, they messed with this girl's juice, put some hot sauce, or they destroyed this girl's food. They put a bed in the pool. They put these clothes in the pool, all this stuff. So I stopped watching after that. And I was young then. I think that was about 10 years ago. And by then, even when in my younger days, it was just too much bull. Yeah, because Bad Girls Club started when I was in college, and it was just a mess. She's trying to have her own cabaret. Who? Natalie? Oh, in Dubai, yes. Natalie is definitely a predator. She was touching her hair. Ugh! Young Rich. I can't get into bad boys or baddies. Right. Yeah, the bad boys, I can't get into that either because they fight on that. Shauna's making a mockery and acceptability of abuse. Right. And that's the thing. And then when she gets into trouble, she calls on God, which is nothing wrong with calling on God and trying to get more religious, but don't like seek him all the time and live by what you're saying, ma'am. I just Another channel I follow, we watch it on the Discord and the theater. I am not spending my money on violence. Right. I think that was Tanisha with the hot sauce. Yeah, I think it was Tanisha. That was one of the last seasons I watched. Well, I think I watched season 7 or 8 too. I skipped around, but it was just too much. Why is not hard to tell, Chrisean? Short. Yes, she is definitely. I don't know. If y'all look at her videos, I'll say this. Drugs, alcohol, clearly that plays a part in how she is reacting now, because when you look at her pre-Blueface, pre-trying to become famous, when she was basically an athlete, she talked very different. It wasn't as slurred, and she could put sentences together. Now it just seems like drugs have played a part in how she's her speech. Alcohol is playing a part, even though she claims she don't drink. That weed is playing a part. I literally, like, every time we see her, I think she's high on weed. So, but I want to thank y'all for watching me. Tomorrow is going to be a longer live. I know this was short today, but I just wanted to get my feet wet a little bit, test the waters to see how it was going to go, how my system would be, because I'm having issues with my system. So please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Hey, let's talk live. Oh, thinking of you, I think of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now that's one show I'm trying to think. I'm debating on going back to reviewing that or not. They've been pissing me off. And then I'm in 2 or 3 Facebook groups 2 or 3 groups for Love and Marriage Huntsville on Facebook. One of them hates Melanie. I'm in that one. And then the other 2, of course, they love Melody. They're more diplomatic in regards to her. But the one that hates Melody, them people are a trip. They're miserable. She needs to bring somebody's be in somebody's rehab and counseling. Right. Yes, thank you all for showing up. Should I? I think I'll do it. If I review it, it'll be a Saturday or Sunday review. I love the Fletchers. I do too. I like the Fletchers too. I like Neil. I gotta watch this past week's episode. I've been dreading it because some people in the Melody hate group, they've been talking about this episode was boring. Where were the Scots? There were no Scots. And why she changed her name and go back to her maiden name only to still go by Melody Holt on social media. The people, they be riding Melody. Why is Melody? She is. I did not know she was still trying to sing. Yes, I'm diplomatic too. I am somewhat team Mel, but I'm diplomatic too. I like them all. Before I wasn't feeling Stormy. The only one that I really don't like on the show right now is Tiffany. I don't like her. Is that her name, Tiffany? The one that just had the baby? And then I like the fact that I like Kiki somewhat, but I didn't appreciate her throwing that water on Tisha, and I just really felt like she needed to have control over herself. But Kiki and Stormy talking, I like that. Yeah, I just don't like Tiffany. I think that's her name. Oh, I'm proud of Mel too. Mel had a beautiful name change ceremony. I gotta see it then. The Scots can go. Yeah, I'm like you. Let's Talk Life. I actually like them all. You have to go through a hot water and hell to change your name on social media after you get it checked. Yeah, on Facebook especially. Somebody tell Marcel to stop Daisy Duke. He's wearing Daisy Dukes. Marcel. And did Marcel really take a lie detector test? I saw something on Instagram last week where he was trying to, I guess it might have been a joke. He was acting like he was taking a lie detector test. Tiffany needs to go. Right. She does need to go. The ceremony was a little bit Tarjay. I'm starting to like Stormy again. Yeah, I like Stormy. Now, is Stormy going to be on Bell Collective? Wait until all the dirt hits the blogs about the Crooked Scots. Yeah, I saw they stole that. They stole Stormy's shipping policy or something like that, or return policy. Okay, so he did not do the lie detector test. And Martell is wearing leggings. Yeah, and I saw him and Ariane went public, I guess, with their situation. I don't know. The ceremony. Okay, so maybe I'll watch the ceremony, because the people in the Melody Hate group, they was dogging her out for that ceremony, talking about that was a whole waste of time. I don't get the Fletchers, but they are interesting. I like the Fletchers. I don't know if they're bringing the Fletchers on because Stormy and her husband are leaving the show, or they're trying to, I wish they would wean us off Tiffany and her husband. I don't get that dynamic. I don't know what Tiffany does. She is like Tommy from Martin. Like, nobody knows what she does. She's just messy and causes problems. They were dogging her out because they don't understand it. Plus, they couldn't afford it. Right. So are they the main cast or just guests? I think the Fletchers are, I think they are part of the main class. I'll be here with you when you do it. Okay. All right, cool. Then you know what? I might talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville on Saturday. I'm going to try. So Deb been doing the Basketball Wives. The new season has been good. Yeah, I saw one of Deb's lives for Basketball Wives. I think it was about a week or two ago. And I sent them a little change, a little super chat. I don't think Tiffany and her husband will be back because you hardly see Lou. Right. And Lou act like he's so busy coaching basketball, I guess, or baseball, whatever he coaches. Cast members now. I'm ready for Love and Marriage DC. I've never watched that, so it is good, Karan. I never watched it. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do Married to Medicine. I'm going to do that one first. So I'll be reviewing Married to Medicine tomorrow. Be sure that you come back and watch me. I can only watch Young Thought Mamas. Oh, goodness. Young Rich. Lou finally got his dream job. He stays on the road now. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tori. I love you too. Way better than Huntsville. All right. Well, I might have to check it out. I know Monique is not on there. But good night, everybody. This was fun. Be sure to check me out tomorrow. I'm going to try to go on at like around 9 o'clock Eastern or 9:30 somewhere between 9 and 10 Eastern. So be sure to check me out. Again, I am Candace of the Candy Shop. This was fun. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share my live. Also, leave some comments on your thoughts on what's going on with Chrisean, where you see her, and whether or not she should go to jail. But bye, everybody. Let me play my where is my theme music? But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop.